Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, has been a figure who is scarcely trusted by his own voters. However, he has worked additional hard generally to lay hold of the coveted "I'm sorry for being a rhino" award, and has even been showing up on shows like Rush Limbaugh to propel his vision. What is playing into this newly discovered comedy with the party devoted is A. The surveys for his re-election offer in Wisconsin are not promising, and B. He is worn out on being called out by Steve Bannon and Sean Hannity for being John Boehner light. His speaker position is, all things considered, hanging in the balance. With an end goal to start a surge to the front of the line in Congress, Ryan is outfitted with a bullhorn, reporting that they have progressed more than 300 bills since the inauguration and have been continuous in their journey to outperform the past House quantities of action in a positive direction. Subsequent to faltering for a considerable length of time, Ryan is at long last prepared to propel the concealed carry reciprocity bill to the floor of the House, which will permit firearm proprietors to carry concealed crosswise over state lines effortlessly. Via Daily Caller, the House Judiciary Committee plans to mark up the Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act this Wednesday. The bill would certify that each state recognize the concealed carry firearm credentials of other states. Additionally, the bill mandates that states allow their own residents to carry firearms through non-resident permits they obtained from another state. The House bill was introduced back in January by North Carolina Republican Rep. Richard Hudson, and the corresponding Senate bill was introduced by Texas Republican Sen. John Cornyn. The House reciprocity bill has already garnered the attention of 16 state attorneys general, who shot off a letter to Congress back in October pressing them to come out against the legislation. However, the National Rifle Association has pressed forward for reciprocity legislation to become a reality. Despite 10 restrictive gun states, which includes California and New York, who plan to challenge the bill at every level. If 10 states made it a felony to read the New York Times, the media would run the story 24/7 until Congress fixed the assault on the First Amendment, NRA chief lobbyist Chris Cox said in a 60-second ad first aired back in April. But when 10 states criminalize the Second Amendment, the media says nothing. Although the passage of the bill seems like a sure bet in the House, passage in the Senate is another issue. In 2013, 13 Democrats voted for a national reciprocity measure put forth by Sen. Cornyn. 7 of those senators, Joe Donnelly of Indiana, Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, John Tester of Montana, Martin Heinrich of New Mexico, Tom Udall of New Mexico, Joe Manchin of West Virginia, and Mark Warner of Virginia, are still in the upper chamber. 5 of those members are preparing up for their re-election in 2018. Democrats are totally frightened of this legislation since it would decriminalize certain self-defense circumstances in states that typically see any type of self-preservation with a weapon as a criminal demonstration. This has been found in the event that after case in places like New York and California. In the event that a man legitimately disguised conveys by allowing in one express. This bill would guarantee that regardless of where this individual travels, she would be lawfully allowed to do as such even in states that don't perceive concealed carry. On the off chance that it passes, you can wager the Democrats' propensity for election fraud that they will challenge this at each level of the court system. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below.